Welcome to T1 Academy students. In our reasoning series, today we are going to discuss one of the important concept from this reasoning concept. What it is? Seating arrangement. Take any examination, whether it is railways, banking or staff selection commission, whatever it is, definitely we can expect a minimum of 2 to 3 questions. If you see a banking examination, the major portion, they will ask many questions from this seating arrangement concept. Nowadays there are 2 level seating arrangement, 3 level, 4 level, like this. We have different level. When it comes to the railways or staff selection commission level, we can see only 2 tier. 2 tier means what it is, I will tell you later. When it comes to banking or some other examinations, CAT level examinations, there we will see the 3 tier level of questions. 3 tier level of questions. What is the 2 tier and 3 tier and what is single tier, we will see it later. Next, when it comes to the seating arrangement, students, when it comes to the seating arrangement, actually speaking, we will have 2 types of seating arrangement. One is linear arrangement. One is linear arrangement and the other one is circular arrangement. One is linear arrangement and the other one is circular arrangement for us here. Sir, what is this linear arrangement? See, if the people or the persons are arranged in a straight line manner, or whether it is vertically or horizontally, we call it as linear arrangement. We call this one as linear arrangement. If the people are arranged in a circle format, then we call it as circular arrangement. You see here, students, when it comes to linear arrangement, here we will have a start and end, right? Why? Because if people are arranged in linear format, we will have a start as well as we will have the end. When it comes to circular arrangement, we will not have start or end, so we are going to deal them differently. When it comes to linear arrangement, we are going to solve it in one manner. When it comes to circular, we are going to solve it in the other method. Okay, so both the methods are very important for us, whether it is linear arrangement or else circular arrangement for us here. Okay, both are important for us and we are going to solve both the things. Okay, now first, before going to questions and everything, we should know certain basic things, students. See, we all know, right? Nowadays, most of the examinations are what? Computer-based tests. Almost all the examinations, except 1 or 2 examinations, all the examinations are what? Computer-based tests. Yes. So, what happens here is, the length of the question is very important. Sometimes the question will be very short. That means it will be around some 5 to 6 lines. But sometimes the same question will be some 20 lines or 30 lines question. So then how we are going to tackle them? When it comes to the length of the question, what happens is, in a computer based test, we all know, right? So if this is a monitor, assume this is a monitor, we will have different partitions for different things. Take for example, this portion will be given for our question, right? Question, and this portion will be given for the options, and here they will give us all the question numbers, showing it, representing it in different colors, right? And here he will give us some options like whether I should mark it or review it or make it write the next question or something like this. So what happens is, in this, up to here the question and options will be there, or else here the question and options will be there based on the type. So what happens is, if the question is very small, that means only 5 to 6 lines, you can see an entire question at one glance, right? Will you accept it? Yes. If the question is very lengthy, what usually they do is, they will give us a scroll bar here and they will give us a scroll bar here. We need to scroll it and we need to read the complete question. We need to scroll the things and we need to read the complete question. So what happens is, you should read the question for only once at any cost. You should not read it for multiple times. You should read the question only for once and represent the data in a picture manner or in a what we can shortcut manner for us. And after writing the data in a shortcut method, that means in a representing manner, that means you should write, I will tell you how we should write. So for that, we should read the question for once, write the data in a detailed manner and then try to solve the problems. That should be our approach. Further, for writing the data, please see here, for example, if A is second to right of B. Assume that A is second to the right of B. A is second to right of B. Then how I will write is, B first I will write, to the second right I have A. to the second height. That means with respect to B, I am writing the data here. B is second to the right of A. B is second to right of A, right? Is it clear? Okay. For example, in different cases, we will have different things, students. If A is seated opposite to B, if A is seated opposite to B, then how I will represent the data means I will write in this manner. A is seated opposite to B. A is seated opposite to B. Next, if A and B are neighbors, if A and B are neighbors, then how I am going to write the data means, please see here students, AB I will write in this manner and I will represent like this. Why? Because I don't know who is to the left of whom or who is to the right of whom. A can be left of B or B can be left of A. So they can be interchanged, right? B, A can also be there. Then also they both become neighbors. Yes, sir. Now, for example, if one more representation, if there are two persons between A and B, if there are two persons between A and B, if I want to represent it, how I am going to represent it is A and two persons, and I cannot say who is to the left and who is to the right. So it can be BA or AB, whatever it is. So I will write, if there are two persons between A and B means, I will write the data like this. If I say that A is second to right of B means B with respect to B, I am writing an underline below here, right? That means I am writing the position of A with respect to B. Try to understand. Next, A and B are opposite means like this. A and B are neighbors means I will write like this. These are our representations, students. So that it makes easy for us to solve the, write the data, and then later by seeing these things, we need to solve the problems. And similarly, if they say that if A and B are not neighbors, if A and B are not neighbors, then how we are going to solve this one? I will write in such a manner that A and B are not neighbors. A and B are not neighbors. This is how I am going to represent it. Okay. So in this manner, different representations, we will represent the data which was given for us in a word format to a symbol format. Assume it as symbols or something like that. Okay, in a shortcut format. First, we need to read the data. As once again I am repeating, students, you should read the data only for once at any cost. While reading itself, you should write the data in your rough sheet in this manner. And after that, we should not look into the computer once again or onto the monitor. We just should see these shortcut things and then try to solve the problem. This should be our approach while solving any question from this seating arrangement concept. Okay, so now we are going to solve the problems by using these techniques only. And remember one thing, students, while representing the data, I am following this method. There is no rule that you too should follow the same thing. It is up to you. You can represent in whichever manner which you like. But please keep this thing in your mind. The thing which you have written should be understandable by you. Okay, why? Because while reading the question, you will write all the shortcuts. But by seeing the shortcuts, you need to solve the problem once again. So that means by seeing a shortcut, you should know that, okay, the meaning of this is this. The meaning of this is this. Like this, you should know the meanings of the things which you have written. And then later solving the problem. Okay, don't write it blindly in whatever the method. So, and one more thing, you should make a practice that whatever the thing or the shortcut which you are using now, you should follow the same thing always while practicing the things. You should have a standard procedure. You should have a standard procedure, and that you should follow the same thing throughout all the examinations which you are going to attempt. You should not change your things or logics meanwhile. So, if you are already used to some other method, do that one only. But try to understand what we are doing here. And next thing is trial and error. Don't come to one conclusion that this will be my answer and don't try to solve the answer in that approach. Definitely you should know trial and error. Trial and error means you should assume one thing and then later solve the other thing. Next, like this you should do the trial and error thing each and every time and then try to solve the problems. Right? Now directly we will move to the problem, students, and then we will try to solve the things here. Now see here, 5 persons A, B, C, D are sitting in a row facing north. Okay, there are 5 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, E, A, B, C, D and E. There are 5 persons sitting in a row. Okay, next, facing north, that means all are facing upward direction. That means all are facing the same direction. Next, such that D is on the left of C. D is on the left of C. D is on the left of C and B is on the right of E. B is on the right of E. That means towards E and to right of E, I have B. Next, A is on the right of C. If I have C, towards his right, I have A. Next, and B is on the left of D. B is on the left of D. B is on the left of D. If E occupies a corner position, then who is sitting in the center? Now, E is occupying a corner position. Okay, now see students, overall how many people are there for me here? 5 persons are there for me here. Yes sir, 5 persons are there. E is telling that E is sitting at the corner. E is sitting at a corner. Occupies a corner position. It can be this one or this one. For instance, I think that E is seated here. What happens? Towards the right of E, I should have B. Towards the right of E, I should have B. But if I put E here, is it possible? No. So definitely where I should place E? I should place E here. If I put E here, where next to the right of E, who I have? B. This one is finished. Yes. To the right of B, who I have? D. D. Next to the right of D, who I have here? C. Next to the right of C, who I have here? A. This is a simple arrangement, students. This is a simple linear arrangement, not a toughest one, a simple and the basic question. Now, who is sitting in the center? Who is sitting in the center first here? D. D is sitting in the center here. D is sitting in the center first here. Okay, understood? This is one of the basic questions. We will slowly move from basic to the difficult problem, students. Right? Next, similarly, please pause the video and try to solve it simultaneously. Okay, pause the video, try to solve it, and anyway I will explain it. Next, 6 persons are sitting in a row. They are A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, there are 6 persons A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, there are 6 persons from here. Next, C is not sitting beside D. C is not sitting beside D. Who means who? Tell me who. While discussing the blood relations also we came across this type of things. In a statement, if 2 statements are joined by a preposition, then that will be related to whom? The second person. Who means here? D. D is sitting to the extreme right. Okay, I came to know that D is at the extreme right. Okay. Next, C is not sitting beside D. That means what does it tells us? C and D are not neighbors. C and D are not neighbors. Next one. E is between A and C. E is between A and C. Now please see here students. E is between A and C. I don't know towards which direction A and C are there. A can be towards the right side and C can be towards the left side. So it can be anywhere. So that is the reason I am writing the data in this manner. Next, A is not sitting beside F and D. A is not sitting beside F and D. That means A is not a neighbor for F and D. A is not a neighbor. A is not a neighbor for F and D. F and D. B is between F and D. B is between F and D. Okay. F and D, between them I have B. So what I will do is I will write B here in such a manner that F and D can be interchanged here. Why? Because B is between F and D. Who is the immediate right of A? That is the question for us. Now see here, this is the data they given for me. Yes, the data they given for me is this one. Now total how many persons are sitting in the row? 6 persons are sitting in the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 persons are sitting in the row. Total 6 persons are sitting in the row. Now see here students, first, if there is any extreme person, please try to locate him first or please try to write him first. If you know any person's position fixed one, write that one first and then based on that we can write the remaining things. So please observe here, D is at extreme and right, extreme right. So I will write D here. First I will put the position of D. Next, see here students, between D and F I have B, right? If D is placed here, so obviously where I can put B and F, I cannot place here, right? So definitely B will come here and B will go here, F will go here. Okay, so this one is also finished. Whatever the logics which are finished, please circle them. Next, between A and C I have who? E. Where are the only 3 positions possible for me? Here. So that means the middle person will be given to who? Middle position will be given to E. Now, we will have a doubt with A and C, where I can put A and C. One more thing they mentioned here, please observe here. A is not a neighbor for F and D. A is not a neighbor for F and D. That means, can I put A here? No. So obviously I should put A here, then C comes here. If I put A here, C comes here. So this is my final arrangement. So what I have done here, students, I have read the question for once. And then I have written it in a pictorial manner, and based on that we are writing this one. Okay, now who is the immediate right of A? Who is the immediate right of A here for me? E. E is the immediate right of A for me here. E is the immediate right of A for us here. Understood? Right? Next, we will see the next one. See here, there are 5 houses P, Q, R, S and T. Okay, P is right of Q and T is left. Okay, overall how many houses are there for me here? 5 houses are there for me. They are from P, Q, R, S and T. There are 5 houses P, Q, R, S and T. Okay, P is right of Q. Okay, P is right of Q. P is right of Q. Next, and T is left of R. R, to its left I have T. Next, and right of P. About whom they are speaking, please observe here, students. T is left of R, and means what? Once again it is related to the first person. The same T is right of whom? P. So same T right of whom? P. Okay, understood? These are the 2 things which we can understand. Next, Q is right of S. Q is right of S. S, and I have here Q. Q is right of S. Which house is in the middle? Which house is in the middle? That is the question for us here. Now total how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses are there. 5 houses are there for us. Yes sir, we have 5 houses. Now first see here. P's left side is who? Q. So if I put Q here. Next, S left side is who? S. So obviously my order is this one, right? So my order here became what? S, Q, P, T, R. S, Q, P, T, R. So now which house is in the middle? P is in the middle. The house P is in the middle. So these are the basic questions, students. The questions which we have discussed till now, these are basic and there will be no twists or turns. Just by reading the question for once, we will get the answer very easily and effectively. Okay, there will be no confusion or no any such huge data for us. These are simple and small questions where we will get the answers for us. Next one. See the next one. 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting in 2 rows. Opposite to each other. Okay, now total 8 persons are there and they are sitting in 2 rows opposite to each other. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, opposite to each other. Now see here, students, opposite to each other means 2 rows are there and 8 people are there. Then in each row, how many we can accommodate here? In each row we can accommodate 4 people. That means 4 people are sitting in this direction and 4 people are sitting in upward direction. Then only we will have opposite pairs. Else we will not have opposite. For example, if 6 sit in one row and 2 sit in another row, 2 will be opposite for 2. But what about the remaining 4? It is not possible, right? So definitely 4 and 4 are seated here. Next one. Each row has 4 people. Okay, luckily he given us that data also. Next, B and C are sitting in front of each other. B and C are sitting in front of each other. So that means what happens? B and C are exactly opposite to each other. B and C are exactly opposite to each other. That is the meaning of in front of each other. Next, C is between D and E. C is between D and E. C is between D and E. C is between what? D and E. C is between D and E for us here. Okay, C is between D and E. So they can be interchanged. Next, H is sitting to the immediate left of, one second. H is sitting to the immediate left of whom? H is sitting to the immediate left of E. H is sitting to the immediate left of E. H is sitting to the immediate left of E. Okay. H and F are diagonally opposite. H and F are what? diagonally opposite to each other. Okay, H and F are opposite and diagonally, not exactly diagonally. I will tell you what is this diagonally and all those things. Next, G and B are not nearer to each other. Not nearer means what, students? Not nearer means what? Not nearer means they are not neighbors. They are not neighbors. So G and B are not neighbors. Are not neighbors. G and B are not neighbors for us here. G and B are not neighbors for us here. Understood? Right? Next, we will try to arrange it. We will try to arrange the things here now. Now, while arranging the things, what will happen here? Please observe here, students. Now, first, we should come to one conclusion. First thing is, who will be in one row, in the same row, which persons will be there in the same row, which persons will be there in the same row. Now, please observe here, students. D, C, E and H. D, C, E and H are in a straight line manner, right? Whatever it is, they are in a straight line manner. Why? Because see, D, C, E and H, these 5. By these two, I can say that D, C, H and E are in one row. Next, A, B, F and G are in one row. I can understand that one, right? Okay. Now, whatever it is, they can be in opposite or whatever. Now, see here, first thing, D, C, E. Now, tell me where I can place this D, C, E and H. Already to E, to its left side, whom do I have? H. And the other side, who I have? This one. Now, please observe here, students. I will try to place this persons first. I will try to place this persons first. Now, what will happen here for me is, please observe this one. If I put E here, for time being, assume, can I place my left side one? No, I cannot place my left side one. Now, definitely where I should put here? E, so that I can have H here. If H is here, E's other side it should be what? C, and the other one should be what? D. Will you accept this? Why? Because this is the only possibility for me here. Now, come to this one. B is opposite to whom? B is opposite to whom? C. So, B is opposite to whom? C for me here. B is opposite to whom? C for me here. So, where I will write B? B is opposite to C. Okay, sir. Good. Nice. Next. That one is gone. Next, H and F are what? Diagonally opposite to each other. H and F are what? Diagonal. Now, see here, students. Please observe carefully. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. If they are diagonally opposite to each other, what is the first and basic thing which we can do is, these two are opposite to each other. This is the diagonal. First and last. And this one is the another diagonal. First and last. And for this the diagonal is this one. For this the diagonal is this one. So, first to last. First to the other row, last, that is diagonal. So, this second one to the last but one. So, for example, if there are 5 people. If there are 5 people. So, what is diagonally opposite means? This person will be diagonally opposite to this person. This person will be diagonally opposite to this person. And this person's diagonal opposite will be this one. And this person's will be this one. So, not this person, this person.
And for the middle person, there will be no
diagonally opposite person. He will have exactly an opposite person. So, this is the meaning of diagonally opposite. This is the meaning of diagonally opposite. Now, here in our given question, who is diagonally opposite to H? Diagonally opposite to H is F. Diagonally opposite to H is F. So, here I will have F. Here I will have F. I will have F here. Next, G and B are not neighbors. G and B are not neighbors. That means, obviously, G will go here. Then I will have A here. Then I will have A here. So, my arrangement is, this is my final arrangement. This is my final arrangement. Next, who is in front of A? Now, who is in front of A here, students? E. So, our answer here becomes A. See, students, in all the examples, what we are doing? Are we reading the question for multiple times? No. We are reading the question for only once. We are writing our data and then we are solving the answers. Okay. We will write the data and then we will solve our answers. So, this is how we are going to solve our problems. So, read the question once, represent the data and then try to solve it. You should not look the question once again. Should read the question once, write the data. Next one. See the next one, students. What happens here? Okay, this one is little bit lengthier one. The question is not related to this one. Okay, we will see the question later. But first, please try to solve the concept here. First, try to arrange the concept for us here, which was there for us here. So, what happens here? Read the question carefully and try to solve it. Everyone pause the video and try to solve the answer. Pause the video and try to represent the data and then solve the answer here. Okay. So, this is the question for us. This is the question for us. Pause the video, try to solve it. Now, see here. 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are sitting in a line at an equal number of persons are facing north and south direction. Equal number of persons facing north and south. Out of 8, equal number of persons means what? 4 towards north and 4 towards south. Similar to our last problem. Okay. 4 towards south and 4 towards north. They are facing 4 towards south and 4 towards north. Not more than 2 consecutive adjacent persons face in the same direction. Now, this point is very, very important. Not more than 2 consecutive persons are facing the same direction here. Right? So, what does it tells us is, for example, if 2 persons, anyway 4 are there, right? In a row, 4 are there in a row. Not in 2 rows, in a single row. In a single row, 8 persons are there. 8. In a single row, 8 persons are there. Some are facing towards south, some are facing towards north. 4 are facing towards south and 4 are facing towards north here. 4 are facing towards south and 4 are. Now see here, what does this second one? Not more than 2 consecutive adjacent persons face in the same direction means, what does it tells us is, for example, if 2 are facing north, then definitely the other should face south. There is no scope for 3 persons facing the same direction here. So, in worst case, we can only have 2 persons facing the same. Similarly, for example, if there are 2 persons facing south, then definitely the third person should face what? North. No, not more than 2 persons are facing consecutively the same direction. Adjacent persons are facing the same direction. So, this is the second condition. Okay. Persons sit on extreme ends will face the same direction. Okay. Extreme ends are facing same direction. Face same direction. Okay. Extreme end face same direction. Okay, sir. Next. A sits third to right of D. Okay. Now we will start representing the data. Third to right of D. Who is sitting for me here? A. A sits third to right of D. Next. Who sits immediate right of H? Who means who? Here B. Who sits immediate right of H? So, if I have H here, okay, I will not write here, I will write it separately. To the immediate right of H. D sits immediate right of H. Next. H faces north. H faces north. Okay, H faces north. We will club it later. Okay. Next. 2 people sit between A and E. There are 2 persons who are sitting between A and E. 2 people are sitting between A and E for us here. 2 people are sitting between A and E. D does not sit at extreme end. Okay. D is not an extreme end. D is not sitting at extreme end. B sits immediate right of C. Okay. B sits to the immediate right of C. B sits to the immediate right of C. B sits to the immediate right of C. Okay. And both face south direction. And both face south direction. That means both our C and B are facing which direction? South direction here. Both face south direction. B and A are not adjacent to each other. Adjacent means not neighbors. Okay. B and A are not neighbors. Not neighbors. B and A are not neighbors. Next. G does not face south. If G does not face south means only 2 direction, right, they are facing. If he is not facing south means obviously he should face what? North. So that means indirectly they are telling that G is facing north. G is facing north. Now this is the entire data they given for us in the given question. This is the complete data they given for me in this question. Now see here students. Total how many are there for me? This many people are there. Now please observe here one thing students. H H is facing northward direction. 2 is right, I have D means I can write H here, right? I can write H here. Yes, sir, you can write H here. Now, please observe here this data. Okay, H is facing northward, and how many people are covered here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are covered for me here. And please observe here, students. This is the thing. Now, one thing, please observe this data and this data. A's one direction I have D, right? So, from this is the right direction. If in A's one direction I have D, so in the other direction I should have E, right? Why? Because two persons here. Now, please observe here, students, H. So, now my order it looks like this, right? A and two directions and then later E. This is the only possibility I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 8 persons are there, and even on in the line also we have how many persons here? 8 persons are there. So, that means definitely this is the basic structure for me here. Yes, why? Because H is facing north and to his right I have D, and to the right of D I have A. This is the order. Yes, sir, this is the order. So, now for time being I will put the order in this manner: H, D and 2 persons and then last E, and then 2 persons and then last E. This is the chance I have. This is one chance. Sir, or else sir, why we are assuming in that manner? Yes, this is the A can be facing south. You may have a doubt. He will face here, and anyway whether he faces north or south, in one direction he have D, in the equidistant he have D, right? E, right? Sir, why only you are taking like this? It can be the other way. I am not speaking about whether he is facing north or south. Whether he faces north or south, it doesn't matter here. Obviously, he should go to the other point. Why? Because A is equidistant to D. Okay, and equidistant to E. That is the reason. So, definitely my basic pro forma will be this one. Now, extreme ends are facing the same direction, right? Extreme ends are facing the same direction. That means H will face north, means obviously E also faces north. E also faces north for me here. Now, next, see here, from this arrangement I can easily say that D's right side I have A, right? D's right side A. So, that means D also will face towards north. D also will face towards north. Next one. Now, B and A are not neighbors. B and A are not neighbors. He is mentioning that B and A are not neighbors. So, I cannot put B here or B here. Okay. If I put B here, C will come here. There is one chance. If I put B here, C will come here. Okay. So, there are two chances for me. But please observe here, C's right side I should have who? C's, one second, both are facing which direction? C and immediate right of C, and both faces the south direction. Both faces the south direction. Now, tell me where I should put C. Where I should put C, so that he should face the southward direction. And to his right I can put B. To his right. See here, southward means the downward direction. So, where I can put C here now? Can I put C here? Why? Because rightward means B will come here. So, B and A are not. So, definitely I should put C here. So, that right of B is who I have E like this. Both the persons, sorry, this is not the arrangement, this is the arrangement. So, I can put C here, then B will go here. Both are facing what? Southward direction. Not more than 2 persons should face the same direction. That means now what happens here, students? Definitely A should face the northward direction. A should face the northward direction. A should face the northward direction. Next one. Between A and B and A are not neighbors. Now we have 2 persons, right? 2 persons. Who are the 2 for me? G and F. G and F. Where I can place that G and F? Where I can place G and F? One thing is very clear. G is facing towards the northward direction. G is facing towards the northward direction, and F also. I need to put F here. I need to put F here. Where I can put F here? G and F. Do we have any data related to G and F here? No. There is no data related to G and F here. So, it can be G or F here. But one thing is very clear. G or F. If it is G, G is facing north, F is facing south. G is facing north, F is facing south. It can be anything. It can be anything. So, this is our final arrangement. The actual questions, so this is the arrangement, students. So, there will be questions based on this and we need to write. And please observe carefully, here we cannot tell the exact locations of G and F. There will be some questions like this also, where we cannot put the exact or we cannot place the exact locations of two persons here. So, like trial and error. Okay, understood? Right? Now, we will move to the next one, students. Right? Read the question, pause the question and try to solve it. 6 friends A, B, C, D, E and F are sitting in a row facing towards north. Okay. 6 friends are sitting and they are facing towards north. C is sitting between A and E. Okay. A and E, between them I have who? C. C is sitting between A and E. C is sitting between A and E. Okay. Okay, sir. Next. D is not at the end. D not at end. B is sitting immediate right of E. B sits to the immediate right of E. F is not at the right end. F is not at right end. F is not at right end. Now see here, students. For E, to the immediate left who I should have B. For E, the other neighbor is who? C. If right is occupied by B, then C will go definitely towards left only, right? C will go definitely towards left. So that means how I can make the arrangement E. To its right I will have B. To its left I have C. And the other neighbor for C is who? And the other neighbor for C here for me is what? The other neighbor for C will become what for me here? A. The other neighbor for C becomes what for me here? A. And total how many are sitting for me here? How many are sitting for me here? 6. So now please observe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Now for time being, if I assume that A, C, E, B are sitting in this first 4 positions and they are telling that F is not at the right end. So F will come here, then D will go here, right? D is also not at any end, that one is gone. Now if I assume A, C, E, B in this middle position, that means from second onwards, F and B, D, F, okay fine, it is not right end means I can put F here which is left end, but still D becomes at end, so there is no scope for that. So the only chance for me to put A, C, E, B is, this is the chance. This is the only chance I can put A, C, E, B. Now see here, students, I will write it, need not to worry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I put A, C, E, B in this order, F should not be at right end, right? I will put F it here. But what happens to D? D is at end, right? It is not possible. This condition is not possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next one is A, C, E, B. I am leaving the first position and last position. If I put like this, now F cannot be at right end means I can put F at left end, yes sir. But still D is at the rightmost end and D should not be at right end. So this is also not possibility. So the only possibility for me is by putting A, C, E, B from the third position. Now here D should not be at any means can I put D here? Yes sir, you can put. And F cannot be at right hand, but F can be at left hand, right? Yes, F can be at left hand. So this is my final arrangement. Now who is on the extreme right? Who is on the extreme right for me here? B. B is at the extreme right. Next, who is exactly in between F and A? Between F and A, who I have here? D. Between F and A, I have here D. So our answer here becomes D. Understood? Right? Next one. We will see the next one. Now, similar one. Please try to pause the video and try to get the answer. A, B, C, D, E, F and G are sitting on a wall and all of them are facing east. Okay. This is not south end, students. This is north end. Take this as north end. Not south end. Take this one as north end. I will tell you what is the problem if you take south end. There is a problem, you will not get the answer. So please take that as south end. Please take that one as south end for me. So A, B, C, D, E, F and G are sitting on a wall and all are facing east. Okay. Now see here, students, all are facing east means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, intentionally I am writing like this. All are facing east. All are facing east. Okay, next. C is on the immediate right of D. C is on the immediate right of D. D, and to its immediate right I have C. Next, B is at extreme end. B is at extreme end, and has E as its neighbor. Okay, and they are telling that B and E are what? Neighbors. They can be interchanged also. Okay, B and E are neighbors. G is between E and F. 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 Right? Next, D is sitting third from the north end. D is sitting third from north end. D third from north end. Now see here, first and foremost thing, students, all are facing towards east means this is the eastward direction. Yes sir, this is the eastward direction. And north means this is north. From the north means this is north and south. Now see here, first D, any one fixed point, we know, right? D is third from what? North end. D is third from what? North end. So D will be placed here. From the north, 1, 2, 3. And remember one thing, students, they are facing this direction. They are facing this direction. All the persons are facing towards eastward direction. Next, to the right of D, who I have? To the right of D, I have C. See, right of D means up or down? Upright. Why? Because he is facing towards eastward direction. In this direction, right of D means I will have C here. All are facing this east only. You not to worry. So that is the position of C. Next, B is at extreme end and B's neighbor is who? E. Now see here, already C is occupying here. So can I put B here? If I put B here, E should come here. But is it possible? No. So definitely where my B will go? B will go to this point. B will go to, and B's neighbor is who for me here? E. B's neighbor is who for me here? E. And E's other neighbors are who? E's other neighbor is G. One side it is already occupied by B. So G will go here. If G goes here, F will come here. If G goes there, F will go there. Next, only one person left for is who? A. So this is the arrangement. Yes, this is the arrangement. Now, first one. Who is sitting to the right of E? To the right of E. Who is sitting to the right of E, students? G. Right of E means upward direction. So G, none of this will be my answer. G is sitting to the right of E. None of this will be my answer here. None of this will be my answer here. Next, which of the following pairs are sitting at the extreme ends? A and B are sitting at the extreme ends for me here. A and B are sitting at the extreme ends. So read the question carefully, represent the data and then try to solve it. Very simple one. Okay, right? Next, solve the next one, students. 5 friends A, B, C, D are standing in a row facing south but not necessarily in the same order. Okay, all are facing south and they are not standing in the, not necessarily in the same order. That means what? They are facing downward direction. All are facing downward direction. Okay, next. Only B is between A and E. B is between A and E. B is between A and E. Okay, next one. C is immediate right of E. C is immediate right of E. C is immediate right of E. Next, and D is immediate left of A. D is immediate left of A. D is immediate left of A. Next, on the basis of above information, which of the following statements is definitely true? Which of the following so total how many persons are 5 persons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all are facing which direction? Southward direction. All are facing which direction first here? South direction. Okay. Now next. See here, B's one neighbor is C and one neighbor is B. That is clear, right? Towards right I have who? Towards right C. Then obviously towards left I will have who? B. Towards left I will have B. And to the left of B, the other side I should have who? A. And to the left of A I have who? D. So total these many persons are occupied right for me here. D, A, B, C. This is the order. And all are facing which direction? Southward direction. This is the order. South means, now tell me, east right should be what? C. Tell me where it will become east right. If I put E here for time being. Right means what? This direction, right? East right. Why? Because E is facing south. If E is here, C will go here and it will become a middle one. That is a completely wrong one. Okay, why sir I cannot put at extreme means very clear. So now definitely where I can place my E, definitely E should be placed here. To the right of E, who I have? Right of E means downward. I have C. Now write the order. Anyway, the order will not be changed. So C, E, B, A, D. So please be careful students, all are facing towards south. So while writing the data and representing, it is up to you. But when you are converting it in the arrangement, please be careful. C, E, B, A, D will be there arrangement for us here. Now next, B is to the left of A. Now all are facing south, but B is to the right of A. So that is wrong. Next, D is third to left of E. E is there for me here. Is left 1, 2, 3. Who it is? D. So that is correct actually. That is the correct one. But we will check the remaining options. B is to the right of E. By seeing this, you will think that okay, yes, B is to the right of E. Not ma. E is actually facing downward. So it will become what? Left of B. So that one is also wrong. Next, A is second to left of C. A is here. Actually, C is to the left of C. A is second to left of C. C is left, okay. A is to the left of C only. 1, 2, 3. But it is third, right? So this one is also gone wrong. None of this, that is also wrong. So our answer here becomes option B. Please be careful which direction they are facing. Here all are facing towards south. Okay. Right? Then we will move to the next one. A, P, R, X and Z are sitting in a row. Okay. S and total how many are there for us here? 6. Total 6 are there. Okay. 6 persons are sitting in a row. If they doesn't mention anything, students, assume that all are facing the same direction. Okay. All are facing the same direction. Please try to assume. Next, S and Z are at the center. Okay. S, Z center. And A and P are at the ends. A, P ends. Okay. Next, R sitting on the left of A. R sits at left of A. A and towards left of A I have R. Then who is sitting to the right of? P. That is the question for us here. First of all, we will try to solve it, students. Next, A and P are at ends, right? For example, if I think A is here, can I have left for A? No, right? Why? Because to the left I should write R. So definitely A will be seated here and P will be seated here. To have a left of A means here I should have left to A means definitely I should place here. Okay, next. To the left of A I have R. Yes sir, I have R. And S and Z are at center. They can be interchanged. Why only S and Z? ZS also there is a chance. Next, only one person left for me is who? X. Only one person left for me here is out of 6, we have written 5. The only person left for us is your who? X. Here we cannot tell the exact location of S and Z, students. It can be ZS or S and Z, but they both will be there in the center. Okay, now, then who is sitting to the right of P? Who is sitting to the right of P here, students? X. X will be our answer here. Here we can, even though we don't know exactly what is the position of S and Z, but still we can tell the answer for the given question. That is X. So sometimes what happens here is we will not be able to solve the complete arrangement, but still we can write the answer for those questions. Okay, like this. Next one. Right, a little bit lengthier one. So what I will pause the video and try to solve it, and we will try to solve it together, students. Now first, read the question carefully and try to write the data. 12 people are sitting in 2 parallel rows containing 6 people each. Okay. So total 12 are there, 6 people in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Next one. And between us and person. In row 1, P, Q, R, S, T and V are seated. Okay, in row 1, P, Q, R, S, T and V are seated. Next one. Please see this one. And all of them are facing what? Southward direction. All are facing south means downward direction. All are facing southward direction. Next one. In row 2, A, B, C, D, E and F are seated and all are facing towards north. Okay. Now I have row 2, A, B, C, D, E and F. All are facing what? Northward direction. So this is how the arrangement is there. Okay. Next one. Now, therefore, in the given seating arrangement, each member seated in a row faces another member of the other row. Okay, that means in front of one another. Next, A sits third to right of D. From here, we will start writing the data. A sits third to right of D. 1, 2, 3. A sits third to right of D. Okay, that is the first one. We are done. Next, neither A nor D sits at extreme ends. Okay, A and D are not extremes. Next one, T faces D. Please observe here, T faces D. So how I will write the data? T and D are opposite to each other. Next, V does not face A. V does not face A and V does not sit at any extreme ends. Okay, V does not face A and V does not sit at any extreme ends. The same person D, V, we will see what will happen with V. Okay, V does not face A and V does not sit at any extreme ends. That means V will not face A. A and E is not at the extreme end. V is not at the extreme end. V is not at extreme end, not also. V is not at extreme. V is not an immediate neighbor of T. V and T are not neighbors. Okay, this is the data. Next, B sits at one of the extreme ends. Okay, B at extreme end. Okay, fine. Next, only two people sit between B and E. Between B and E, I will have how many people? 2 people. Only 2 people sit between B and E. Only 2 people sit between E and B and E. Sorry. Next one. E does not face V. Okay. E will not face V. E will not face B. Next, 2 persons sit between R and Q. 2 persons sit between R and Q. 2 persons sit between R and Q for me here. Next, R is not an immediate neighbor of T. R and T are not neighbors. Okay. Next, C does not face V. Next, P is not an immediate neighbor of R. P and R are not neighbors. So this is one more thing. So overall, this is the data they given for us. So first we have written the complete data. Now we will try to solve the answer for this one. Now please see here, students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now first please see here, A and D are not at extreme ends. Please observe this one. What they are telling? A and D are not at extreme ends, but D's third right is A. So I cannot put D here or I cannot put A here. So definitely where I can place D and A, D's third neighbor is A. These are the only 2 chances I have. Yes, where I can put D and A. Okay, so that is gone. Next, B is at extreme ends. B is at one of the extreme ends. So now B can be here or here. There are chances for both the things, right? Why? Because B is at one of the extreme ends. B is at one of the extreme ends. Okay. Now first, see here students, here we can make trial and error methods. Here we can make trial and error. So first I am thinking B is at this position. Assume B is at this position. And one more thing, we know that the pakka location is what? T is opposite to D. So T will come here. T is opposite to D. So definitely T will go there. So now please observe here students. Please observe here. So now where I can put E? Where I can put E here? If I assume B is at this extreme end. Between B and E I have how many persons? 2 persons. So definitely E will go here. E will go here. E will go here. Right? Right? This is one chance for me. So who are the other persons left for me? C and F. C and F for me here. Okay. We will see. We will see. C and F are left for me here. Next, what they are telling us here is V. Please see this V students. V is not opposite to C. Okay, I didn't write C here till now. So next, V is not opposite to E. That means V cannot come here. V cannot come here. And not V is not opposite to A also. V cannot come here. Now with the help of V, we will try to solve the remaining things. Now V cannot come here. These two positions V cannot come. So next what they are telling, V is not a neighbor to T. V cannot come here and here. V cannot come here and here. And all the opportunities are gone. V cannot come here also. So if this is the arrangement, I cannot place V at any position, right? Why? Because V cannot be opposite to E. V cannot be opposite to A. V is not at extreme ends. And V is not a neighbor to T. So here I was not able to place V here. So that means what is the assumption which we made wrong here? B at this end is wrong. So this assumption went wrong for me. So now what I will do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So definitely I will have D here and A here. These two positions are fixed and T is also fixed here. So where I can place a B for me here? Definitely I should put B here. B here. And between B and what is the other person? Who? Between B and E I will have 2 persons. So definitely E will come to this position. E will come to this position. Okay. Now I will try to place V first. V is not opposite to, V is not neighbor. So in these two positions I will not get V. Here also I will not get V. And V is not opposite to A. So here also I will not get V. So definitely where V should be there? V should be here. And one more thing we know that V is not opposite to whom? V is not opposite to C. So that means where I should put C? Definitely C should be here and F will be here. That means V is opposite to whom? V is opposite to F. Right? One row is completely done. Next. Now next we will see that one. Next, P and R are not neighbors. Okay. Now come to the other things. Now where we can put R and T are not neighbors. P and R are also not neighbors. So first T, I cannot put R here or here. So only two chances are there for me. Here R and R here or R here. Only two chances are there for me. For example, if I assume R here, where I should have Q, Q should be here, right? It is not possible. So definitely R will go here. If R goes there, between R and Q, I may have how many people? 2 people. So Q comes here. I cannot place R here. The reason is very simple. If I put R here, Q will come here, which is not possible. So R should be at the extreme end and Q will come here. Next one. What they are telling? R and T are not neighbors. R and T are not neighbors. And next, P and R also not neighbors. R and T are not neighbors. Okay, that is a P and R are not neighbors. If P and R are not neighbors, where I should put P? I should put P here. P, Q, R. So obviously S will come here. So this is the arrangement for me. Okay, row 1 and row 2. Row 1 is facing towards south. Row 2 is facing towards north. So this is the final arrangement. Yes, this is the final arrangement. See here students, we have written the data and based on that data, by using the trial and error method, we will try to solve our problem here. So this is the final arrangement which we get here. This is the final arrangement. Now we will try to see the questions. See the question, first one. Who among the following sit at extreme ends of the rows? First option B. First option B. B and E, no, they are not sitting at the extreme ends, that is wrong. Next option S and T. S and T. Are S and T sitting? No, that is also a wrong answer. P and R. Yes, P and R sitting at the extreme ends. So our answer here becomes P and R. Okay. Next, who among the following faces A? Who among the following faces A? A is who is facing A? Yes. Who is facing A? Yes. Next, how many persons are seated between T and S? Between T and S, how many persons are seated here? 2 persons. So our answer here becomes option B. Understood, students? Definitely by trial and error only we will get some questions. Okay, without doing the trial and error, always you will not get the answer at the first attempt. If you are getting an answer in the first attempt, then you are really lucky. But you should be prepared for trial and error method. For the worst case, that means you will not get the answer in first trial, second trial, third trial, like this. You should do the trials immediately. If one thing goes wrong, then immediately we should think in the other manner and try to get the answers, and we should be very careful while solving the problems. Right? Next, we will see the next one. Now, please try to pause the video and try to solve this one, the same one, everyone. Try to write the data clearly and then try to get the answer for this question. Okay, please take the screenshot, everyone. Right? Now, we will try to solve it, students. Now, see here. P, Q, R, S, T, V are sitting in a straight line facing north. Okay, there are how many persons for me here? 7 persons, and all are facing the northward direction. Okay, so P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Total how many are there for me? 8, right? No, here they skipped U. Here they skipped U. U is not there. Please be careful. After T, V and W. Only 7 are there. Only 7 are there. Next. And all are facing northward direction. That is also fine. Next, see the other one. Each one of them lives on different floors in the same building. See, students, I told you 2 level, right? Till now, only arrangement we have seen. Now, 2 things are there. One is floor number and the persons. Floor number, and this is 2 tier. This is like 2 tier. We should be able to solve this one now. See here, different floor numbers which is numbered from 1 to 7. The floor numbers are numbered from what? 1 to 7. Next, Q sits to 4th to the left of the person living on 6th floor. Okay, so how I will write it is, anyway, the alphabets and floor numbers are there. So very simple one, actually speaking, this one. Okay, now what is they are telling? Q sits 4th to the left of person living on 6th floor. So 6th floor, left means 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, I have who? Q. I have who? Q. Next one. Either Q or the person living on 6th floor sits at the extreme ends of the line. Okay. Either Q or 6th floor person. Extreme ends. Okay, either Q or the person sitting on the 6th floor are sitting at the extreme ends of the row. Next, only one person sits between Q and W. Only one person sits between Q and W for me here. Only one person sits between Q and W. So, Q and W. There will be only one person sitting between Q and W. Okay, next one. W lives on the 3rd floor. Okay, W. Here itself I will write 3rd floor. W lives on the 3rd floor. Next one. The person living on the 1st floor sits 3rd to right of S. Okay. S to his 3rd right I will have the person sitting in the 1st floor. 1st floor. Next one. S is not an immediate neighbor of W. Okay. S and W are not neighbors. Not neighbors. Are not neighbors. Next one. Only one person lives between T and the person who lives on the 2nd floor. Okay. T and the person who lives on 2nd floor. There will be only one person between them. There will be only one person between them. Next one. P and R are the immediate neighbors of each other. P and R are immediate neighbors of each other. Okay. P and R are immediate neighbors for each other. P and R are immediate neighbors of each other. Next one. P does not live on the 6th floor. Okay. P does not live on the 6th floor. P will not sit on 6th floor. Okay. Next one. One who lives on the 5th floor sits third to right of the one who lives on the 7th floor. 5th floor, third to right of 7th floor. 7th floor to the third right I will have who? 5th floor. Okay. Right. This is the data. This is the complete data they given for us. Now, based on this data, we will try to solve. All are facing towards north? Yes. So, very simple, right, left, there will be no confusion regarding the right and left here, students. Very simple one. Okay, now we will try to solve with the help of this given data. Now, first, Q or 6th floor will live on the extreme ends. Okay, now please observe here, total how many are there for me? 7. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Total how many are there for us here? 7. Okay, sir, 7 are there for us here. Now, next, I will assume Q at the extreme end for time being. Assume that Q is at the extreme end. If Q is at extreme end, where will I will have at the 6? 1, 2, 3. 3 persons should be there and I will have here the 6th floor person. Okay, sir. Very good. Next, between Q and W, there should be one person, right? Okay, first I am assuming that Q is at the extreme end. So, now between Q and W, there is one person and Q is at the, W is in the third floor. This one is also done. Next, between S and the person who is sitting in the first floor, I should have, and one thing is clear, S and W are not neighbors. So, I cannot put S here or I cannot put S here, right. Next, what is telling, S and the person who is sitting between the first floor, I should have two persons. I should have two persons. Now, for assume, here if I take S, between S and the other one, do I have two persons here? Will I have two persons between, why? Because two persons, if I assume these two persons, where will be my first floor? Where will be the person who is sitting on the first floor? He is not there, right? So, that is wrong assumption. So, Q at the extreme end is a wrong assumption. We are not getting an answer. So, then immediately, what is the other assumption? So, 6 is at the extreme end. Yes, the person who is living in the 6th floor is at the extreme end. So, based on that, I will write who? 1, 2, 3 and I will have who? Q here. I will have Q here. Okay, I will have Q here. And now, this one is perfect one, right? We finished this one completely. And between Q and W, there is one person. Between Q and W, there is one person. Now, see here, there are two chances once again. I can put a W here or I can put the W on the other side. Now, for time being, I will put W here. And I will check whether I will get the answer or not. Okay. Now, first assumption, I will put W here. Now, if I put W here, now please see here, students, W is living in the third floor. Okay, fine. W is living in the third floor. Okay. Next, S is not a neighbor of W, so S will not come here. Okay, here I have many chances for S, right? So, what I will do is, once I will check the possibility of W here. I will check the possibility of W here. If W is here and W lives on the third floor, okay, W is here and W lives on the third floor, S cannot be here or here. And the next thing, S cannot be here. S cannot be here. Okay, right? So, definitely S should be here. If I assume S is here, W is not at the first floor, right? That is a wrong assumption. That is a wrong assumption. So, definitely S should be placed here. Then the person who is living in the first floor will come here. The person who is living in the first floor will come here. Okay, right? So, first floor person is here, W is there and next one. Now, see here, P and R are what? Neighbors. P and R are who? Neighbors. Now, please observe here, students. P and R are who? Neighbors for me here. So, I cannot put P and R here. I cannot put P and R here. So, definitely the only chance left for me is this one. The last two. The last two are the best one for me. So, P is not at the 6th floor. So that means R will go here, sorry, P will come here and R will go here. P will come here and R will go there. So now please here overall how many persons are there? 1, 2, only 2 persons are left for us. Who are they? V and T, V and T. Now see here students, between T and the person who is sitting second, there is one person. There is one person between the T and the person who is sitting second. So T, like that we cannot assume here. Okay, so T and the person who is sitting second. So this is the first means, obviously T should come here. Okay, and if T comes there, who is the second person? Who is that second person for me? I mean, we are left with whom? V. V will come here. V will come here. Yes, sir, V will come here. Next, please see here, between T, that means this person can be 2 or this person can be 2. There are 2 chances. But see here, 7 and 5th. Between 7 and 5th, I should have who? 5th person from the right. Now 7, if I assume, what happens? This as the second. So if I take this one as 7th, to his third right I should have who? That is not possible, right? Please observe here students, this one, 7th and 5th floor relation, 7th and 5th floor relation. Now it will go wrong, that is the reason. 7th and 5th floor. Now it can be 2 or it can be 2. Now basically these 2 can be 2s. For instance, why? Because this is the logic. Now see here students, all the logics are perfectly molded here. Okay, perfectly molded. Now please check this 7th and 5th. This is 6th position gone. This can be 2, so there is chance. So if I assume this as a 7th, where can be my 5th? This can be 5th, right? This can be 5th. Yes, this can be 5th one. Then this is a 2. Then all the positions are covered without any controversy. S will go to which position? 1, 2, 3, 4th position. S will go to the 4th position. Now here all are satisfied. As all the positions are satisfied. So this is our answer. Now see here once again, S, V, Q, T, W, P, R. And their positions are 4th, 2nd, 7th, 1st, 3rd, 5th and 6th. Now all the conditions are satisfied and this is our final arrangement here. Okay. Now we will try to see what are the questions they asked here. Now, who among the following lives on the 4th floor? Who is living on the 4th floor? Yes. S is living on the 4th floor. On which of the following floors does T live? T lives on which floor? First floor. T lives on the first floor. Next, how many floors are there between the floors on which V and P live? V lives in the 2nd floor, P lives in the 5th floor. V lives in the 2nd floor and P lives in the 5th floor. So how many floors are there for us here? 2 floors are there. Okay. So this is how we are going to solve our problems. Right? So read the question carefully and then try to solve our answer Here all the conditions are satisfied. See here students, I skipped here one thing. What it is, sir, why you are taking like that only? I will take, one thing is very clear. First thing, W can also be this side, right? Yes, if I take W to this side, this arrangement will go wrong. Try to solve, assume W to the other side. We will see it very quickly. I will try to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are there for me here. Okay. So now we came to know that this is 6th one and this is Q, and we are assuming this as W as 3rd one. Now we will try to fit all these things there. S cannot be the neighbor of W. So this one is not possible. S can be here, here or here. And to the 3rd right I should have who? First person. So S can obviously S cannot be put here. Why? To the third right, what actually I have here? 6th. But what I have here? 1st. So this is gone wrong, right? That is the reason. That is the reason we are not taking that one. Okay. So definitely W should be there only. Okay. Understood? Now next one. Now students, please take the screenshot of this one and try to get the answers for this. Please take the screenshot and try to solve this one. Okay. Everyone, please take the screenshot and try to solve this one. These are the questions for that one. Take the screenshot of this one also. That's it, students. This is the questions based on linear arrangement. Linear arrangement. Linear arrangement, line arrangement. So in our next video, we will see the questions based on circular arrangement and some other 3-tier 1 in the linear arrangement or 3-tier 1 in the circular arrangement. We will see in the following videos. Thank you. Thank you very much.